Hello, and welcome to Vault Hunters. If you've never heard of this mod pack, you are in for a treat. This pack is so cool, and I am so excited to give it a shot and play through it. Basically, the way that this mod pack works is it's kind of like a dungeon crawler where we're gonna have to dive into what are called vaults, and we get to go in and collect gear and fight mobs and all sorts of cool stuff. You'll see. It's awesome when we get there. And I believe that our goal here is to collect 25 of these artifacts, and then they go together in a big puzzle, and then once we solve the puzzle, that counts as beating the pack technically. And there are a lot of layers to this pack and quite a lot of explaining to do as we play through it, so we'll just jump right in. Before we can do anything vault related though, we need to craft one of these vault altars, which is going to take obsidian and diamonds, so we're just going to have to play some normal vanilla Minecraft first before we can do any of the good stuff. I did play through some of this pack way back when it was out for 1.16, and this quest book is actually new, so I think it's here to help guide you through some of the main mechanics of Vault Hunters. It's not like the standard quest book in most mod packs, but we do get a little reward for completing some of these quests, which is very handy, because I was hungry. One of the ores that we need to actually start hunting some vaults is this chromatic iron stuff, and I can tell you right now that this stuff is very hard to find, so it's pretty lucky we found some out in the open. The good news is that they come in very large patches, so we get tons of this stuff to start, and we get a quest. Yeah, just from mining that whole vein, we get almost 2 stacks of this stuff, so we shouldn't have to get any more for a little while. We don't have everything we need quite yet though. We're still on the hunt for some diamonds. Okay, I swear the last time I played this was a lot harder to find. I just found a whole nother vein, and it's like right next to that one. Definitely not gonna complain though. We'll take as much as we can get here. This fluorite ore is very deceiving. It looks so close. It's like, it is eerily similar, and it's not the same. It's fluorite. Well, that ought to be enough chromatic iron for a while. There you are. And it was only 2. Okay, they definitely made that stuff easier to find. There's a whole nother vein over there. I can't let myself get distracted though. Diamonds first. Although the hunt is not going too well, I feel like at this point we should just start strip mining. There we go, finally. It was just 1. I must be so unlucky today. That's okay, 1 is all we needed to get the diamond pickaxe. Here's another one of the blocks we need to start vault hunting. We need some of this vault cobblestone. And sometimes they have a chance to drop these chipped vault rocks when you mine them. We'll come back to these later though, once we are able to start vault hunting. We get a quest reward for that too. Well, that vein was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I feel like this is way more vault cobblestone than we'll ever need. The good news is that I was able to find a couple extra diamonds, so we should just need to find some obsidian and we will be good to go. Looks like there's a little bit of obsidian down here. Oh man, come on. There we go, and with 4 obsidian, we can finally get out of this mess. The real question is, how? Oh, freedom. Finally. Oh, there's still lots of death out here. We need to be careful. Actually, if we could find a village, that would be ideal right now. And it looks like there's one right over here. I can't run, and I am very, very close to dying. I need to find this village now. At least let me sleep so I can set my spawn. Ah, finally, safety. Hopefully these guys have some food lying around too. Because down in the bottom left here in chat, we get a couple of modifiers. And since this is one of our first vaults, we get both Beginner's Grace and Beginner's Insurance, which means that the chests we loot can't be trapped. And also, if we die, we'll keep our inventory when we leave, which is very handy as we can give a couple of test vaults before we actually start trying. Another thing I should mention is that in the vaults, there's no natural regen, so we have to be very careful about managing our health here at first. But basically, all we want to do is just run through and grab as much loot as we can. There are a couple of different types of chests. We have these red and black chests, which are ornate chests. These have the good loot. This These we want. After we get through this vault, I will try my best to go over the loot we get, as it might be a little tricky to go as I'm running through this. We do have a time limit, as you can see in the bottom left. We have 22 minutes right now. Ooh, and we get a couple of ores here in this wall. These are special to the vault, and we want to grab these whenever we see them. Sorry if this is information overload, but there's so much to uncover here in your first few vaults. We do want to kind of keep track of where we started here. So if we open the map, map's disabled. Okay, so we just need to keep in mind that we're heading south. There's another very good kind of chest we want up there, the black and gold ones. These are gilded chests, and we're already out of inventory room. I'm going to start throwing away some of this junk we don't need. Probably don't need iron nuggets. And we probably don't need a full stack of sticks either. Let's go ahead and grab this. Up at the top, you'll see it says find the monolith, and that is going to be our goal for this vault, or our objective, I should say. Different vaults have different objectives. There can be scavenger vaults. There can be, well, I haven't gotten far enough to see the other ones, but we'll get there. I'm not going to worry too much about completing the objectives at first, though. I really just want to grab as much loot as possible. Mainly the reason I don't want to do it is because if you find all the monoliths, then you have to beat a boss, and I'm definitely not ready for that yet. There's a monolith, for example, and once we find one, we can just right-click it to light it, and you'll see up at the top it completes one of them. Ooh, that looks new. What is that? Oh, maybe don't stand in the fire. That's probably really bad, actually. Uh-oh. Well, the good news is we get to keep our inventory since we had beginner's grace, but we don't get any experience from it. We do, however, get to keep all this great loot. I guess I'll kind of go through each of the different types of loot you can get, sort of explain what they're all for. These unidentified vault gear can be right-clicked, and then it will roll for some kind of gear. So we got leggings and an axe here. And these are always going to be better than the normal vanilla armor, even better than diamond armor, I believe. So we have one pair of leggings here that gives us +2 health, and then we have another pair here that has 5 armor and +2 armor on it. That seems really good. Look at how much armor it gives us there. So I think we'll stick with those ones for now. And then we have an axe here that has 8 attack damage, which is already better than a diamond sword. Let me test this bad boy out. Yeah, that's pretty good. And the more you progress through the vaults, the better gear you're going to start getting as you find them. So these are just level 0 for now, but we will be able to find better ones. We also have these relic booster packs, which can be opened. And, well, we got nothing, but sometimes you can get some decent loot from them. The same with the mystery boxes. These just give standard loot, I think. A lot of these items are just used for different crafting recipes, specifically the ones that you need to unlock the mods. So like here you can see the recipe for drawers has been changed to require driftwood and chromatic iron. So yeah, we'll definitely want to hold on to these, even though it kind of looks like scrap. And lastly, this knowledge essence is what we're going to be using to craft up the item we need to unlock all the different mods. If we hit H here, I believe, and we go to, let's see, researches. Yeah, we can see all the different mods we can unlock. If we look down here, it says research 4, and that's just the cost of the mod that we're trying to unlock. So we would need 4 of those research stars in order to unlock that mod. But we don't have nearly enough knowledge essence for that yet, so we'll have to keep running vaults and keep collecting all that. So yeah, why don't we run another vault? Looks like we have a bunch of super easy items to get again. Hoping that somewhere this village has carrots. Nope, only potatoes. That's unlucky. There is another village close by though. Maybe we can check that one. Oh, this guy's got a little like astronomy house. That's so cool. Oh, that's so sick. There's a whole telescope coming out of there. What isn't cool though is a village not having a farm. What kind of village doesn't have a farm? That's messed up. What is happening? How did this come about? There's another one over there. Another one. The creeper convention. And another one. Well, I am really struggling to find any carrot right now. But I did find some bones, so there we go. We get that one. We do still have to do a little bit of mining to try and find some copper though. Hey, excuse me. Very rude. Now, the only issue remaining is trying to find those carrots. There are a couple more villages down here. We just have to travel quite a ways to get those. But I can't really think of any other way we can get them unless we get lucky killing a zombie. So back to exploring the world we go. Oh, well, it would help if I went the right way. Okay, back to exploring the world. This way we go. I will say, though, that I absolutely love getting to run around and explore Terralith. This mod is so beautiful. I mean, look at this terrain generation. And it looks like we get to do some more exploring anyway, because this village doesn't have a farm either. It's just my lucky day today, isn't it? On to the next one then. Luckily, it's relatively close. Oh my goodness, look at that view. Come on, carrots. Oh, thank goodness. We gotta be sure to plant a couple of these so we don't have to come back here ever. Is it just me, or has my vault gear not lost any durability? That's weird. Maybe they only lose durability in the vault? That's kind of cool. Holy! It's beautiful. I'm speechless. And now back home, we can start planting some of our carrots. I'm only going to be planting them in a 3x3 area, and you'll see why here in a bit. But that should give us everything we need to finish up this vault crystal here. We just give this a redstone signal. And we do get a quest for that. I somehow missed out on that last time. And the quest reward for that is a whole shulker box. This is going to become very handy in vaults, as it's basically just extra free storage that we can pick back up. And in those vaults, we want to be able to take out as many items as we can. So yeah, that's very, very useful quest reward. Ooh, and there's another quest here that rewards us with a free skill point. You'll see up in the top right now, we have 1 unspent skill point. And if we hit H again and we go to abilities, well, okay, we have 2 different pages here. We have abilities and talents. The talents just act as passive abilities where you don't have to do anything to activate them. They're just always active. And then we also have abilities, and there are a lot of different ones of these. I think the first one we want to go for here is definitely going to be heal. So we just hit this learn button. You'll see in the bottom left is our ability wheel. And we can actually set specific keybinds to the different abilities here. But I don't think anybody has this many keys. So instead what we can do is hit left alt, and then we can cycle through the different abilities that we have. And I'm just going to set my cast key to the button on my mouse. Then if we have heal selected and we hit our mouse key, it will heal us. This will be super useful in the vaults as there's no natural regen. So now we can stay alive from there for a lot longer. We won't have what happened last time with the fire. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and run another vault? Hopefully this time we can make it out of this one alive. Looks like we're heading west this time, so we just need to keep that in mind for when we need to get out of here. Right now, these vaults are going to be super easy, and the mobs are going to be, like, really, really easy to kill. But the more that we level up, the vaults are going to get progressively more difficult. Oh, creeper! Wasn't expecting that. I didn't know those guys could spawn in here. Yeah, that's new. They definitely didn't used to be able to spawn in here. And we've got a new type of chest here with these living chests. Pretty sure these give you things like mob loot and different kinds of plant-related things. Not sure entirely. These soul shards that drop from mobs are also very useful, as they're a currency that we can use to buy items from the soul shop. And I will show that once I get out of this vault. Oh man, that's rough. Ooh. I do want to see what this is. Grants +2 regeneration for 60 seconds. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, and there is another monolith here. I wonder if we should try and beat the boss. You know what? Let's try it just for fun. We get to keep our inventory anyway, since we have beginner's grace. Why not give it a shot, right? Let's activate this +2 regeneration. And, oh, wait, there is no boss. Okay, so they've changed it. So now we just have to find the exit, which should just be directly east, and then we win. Oh, you know what it is. There is a different type of vault where you have to find the obelisks instead of monoliths. They're a different type of pillar, but it's basically the same concept where you run around and then right-click them to activate them. And then once you activate them, it'll spawn a boss that you have to beat. But the monoliths just have to find the exit, which should be super easy right now. And we get a whole ton of XP for beating that vault, which puts us up to level 3. Not only that, but we get a crate for beating the vault. And if we right click it, we get a ton of rewards. That's insane. Look at all that loot we got. That's crazy. Plus all the loot we found from running around. I think we're off to a pretty good start here. Let's roll these gear. These leggings don't look like they're better than the ones that we currently have, so we'll put those away. But we do now have a chest plate and boots. Oh, and we got the epic rarity on these. Yeah, we definitely want to swap these out for our current iron armor. And plus, all of these vault armors have custom models, and these look so cool. We got a couple more relic booster packs. Let's see if we get anything here. Nope. And we did also get a vault sword, which does look like it is better than our axe that we have. So we'll want to swap that out. And this axe is just for fighting anyway. It has no effect on trees at all. Basically worthless to us once we get a better sword. And it looks like our leggings did start taking some damage, so it seems as though they only take damage when you're in the vault and not in the overworld, which is actually really cool. Oh, and we have these 3 unspent skill points we can use. What do we use these on? Well, we definitely want to pick up Vein Miner here. This is just going to allow us to, well, at its current level, it's going to allow us to mine 8 blocks at once. But we can upgrade it so that it'll mine more at the same time. Very, very handy there. The other one I want to pick up is Farmer. And it used to be that when you got this, you could just shift and your crops would grow a lot faster, but now it's an ability. So now I think you just activate it and they grow faster. But I think we can just hold down the button and it'll activate it. It does take mana though, that you can see down in the bottom left is draining. But this is still a very, very useful ability to have, as it basically eliminates the need for having bone meal. And what else do we want to get? There's so many new abilities and talents to look at. I think for now I'm just going to pick up strength so we can kill all those vault mobs way easier. And this is just a constant passive ability, nothing we have to activate on its own. So we will forever now be 1 point stronger. Why don't we test this out? Oh, that's huge. 20 damage on crit, that's crazy. And we're only going to get stronger here. I think the last thing I want to check out today is spending these soul shards we have. And believe me, there is a lot more to check out, but I don't want to do too much in the first episode. Now, there used to be a keybind to open the soul shop, but I'm not sure how we do it now. It looks like we have to craft up the black market table. And we should have everything we need here to craft that up. It just takes a bit of chromatic iron and driftwood. Then if we open this up, we get a little shop and we can buy some items using all our soul shards. Right now, we don't have enough to purchase any of these, but these are some very good items that we can get. So we definitely want to save up on these soul shards that we get from killing mobs in the vault. And this shop actually resets every 2 hours in real time, so we can come back here and check it every now and then for new items. We can also craft up a shard pouch to store all of our soul shards instead of having just stacks of them in our inventory. We just need to find some purple wool somewhere. What's going on here? Are we having a party? Here we go. Now we can craft up the shard pouch, and we can toss all of our shards in there now, and this will hold an unlimited amount of those. And then anytime we kill a mob in the vault, it'll go straight into the pouch, and this is just a much easier way to hold these for when we do have enough to buy an item. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good place to leave it for today's episode. I think we got a lot done, and there's still a lot more to uncover here. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.